What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy CJ, and I am back. And this time, I got my girl, Britt Christian, in the building. What's up, Britt?
Hello. Okay, come on, theme music. I was about to hit a quick little six.
Oh, come on, give us,
No, no,
give us
no,
one.
no, no,
No, no.
no. Nothing too much.
You gonna keep it light right now? You keep it
Keep it
light?
light. Keep it light. Yes, keep it light to the end of my cup here, or
Well,
until I fall asleep.
well, listen, it's been a minute since I did this YouTube live show, but welcome to Create Live with CJ. Nobody does content like this where we talk about social media, content creation, bring on the dopest creators, dopest hosts. I got a media personality in the building, an entrepreneur, a mother, a radio show host, a red carpet host, award winning, a black aficionado herself, Brittany Kristen, and the host of the race, the dopest race in the world. How about that?
Yes, shout out to over 1,000 registrations on Black Friday alone. Shout out to the racist community with the race.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody, I'm excited to be here. Finally, we have talked about this for much too long.
Oh yeah, way too long. By the way, we are live on Instagram, YouTube, X, which used to be Twitter, which is the whole.
Do
I'm
you
getting
actually call it X? Because I never say X.
I'm getting used to it being called X. I'm slowly getting used to it. You're not used to it yet.
I'm never gonna get it's Twitter.
So
I'm
yeah,
on Twitter. I'm
yeah.
still
Like,
on Black Twitter. I
you're
see
not
it every
making
day.
posts. You're making tweets.
Well, I'm actually technically I'm not on Twitter at this current time.
Oh,
We'll get into that later.
we're gonna talk. We're gonna get into that later because look, we on here talking social media. She's like, I'm on a social media detox. I'm like,
I am. I'm on a social media detox from the big three.
mhm.
Actually, I wouldn't even consider it the big three. I think that the last of the three would be like, you know, for some that's not as big. But I'm on a social media detox or break, if you will, from Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I still parlay on Facebook time to time. I'm still slightly in the TikTok streets, but I have found my new social media home.
Okay. So you know what? Let's just get right into it
Let's just
because
hop
like,
into it.
so social media trends going into 2025, right?
Social media trends going in 20. You are the master, the content creator. So I'm curious to know what you think are the trends.
So the trends, I've been telling people like, of Instagram, when they introduced Threads, it was kind of like, well, really, are we really gonna do this with
Right.
Threads? Like, are we really? Is it a Twitter copy? Is it what is Threads, right? And is it just another extension of Instagram? And yeah, it is an extension of Instagram, but it is different, and it is leading the way right now as far
Mm.
as apps that are growing in 2025, 2024, going into 2025. It's the fastest growing app out there. And I tell people, it's like, well, what's different about it? It's still a lot more conversational based and not so much about content driven, like overly, fast edits, videos, and all this stuff. Literally, people having conversations. And you know what's so funny? I was just posting it in the Fitness Online University chat, by the way, FOU Fitness Online University. If you don't know about it, check it out. Um,
In that
yeah,
bed. Come on. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm supposed to have my sounds, by the way. My sounds are not working. You
I'm,
don't you don't
I'm
hear that, do you?
EPing you. I'm EPing you. No, I don't hear it.
I hear it, but I was sharing it with the group that with Threads I logged in the other day and it said, "Hey, I'm looking for personal trainers in Atlanta. Can you send us some?" And it was literally just like it was literally just verbiage, right? It was just text. And I was like, "How cool is that? That people just putting stuff out there and people were responding, tagging other personal trainers, tagging gyms, other businesses and stuff." And it's like,
Like Twitter in 2009.
yeah, I mean, that's how it was. It was so refreshing, so conversational based, so real. You can touch someone without a big, overly produced reel, right?
Okay, so that's exactly it. Like I so I didn't even thank you for correct for standing on business about Threads. I still have the Threads app on my phone. I actually in when I started this fast on October 15th, I
Mhm.
deleted all of the before mentioned apps. I didn't even think to include Threads because I wasn't really engaged and tapped in on Threads like I was. But that's because I utilize Twitter so frequently. what I've noticed is I tend to gravitate more towards newer social media platforms that haven't really been like colonized, for lack of better
Mm.
words.
Well, we'll get into that.
Huh? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's like there's just more space for like authentic content. So I didn't realize that my threads was also attached to my Facebook. I noticed that when I was making posts on my Facebook, I was making, it was connected to my threads and I was getting, contact on that. So that's interesting that you mentioned that threads is bigger. And since this media, this fast has started, I have, engaged a little bit more than I would have generally on
Mhm.
threads. So noted. I'm gonna continue that. Maybe I'll push my lemonade account via threads.
And let's get into that. By the way, Kay, I see you in the chat. What's up? Let us know in the chat how you guys are doing. What trends you guys see ending in 2025, going into 20, I mean, ending 2024, going into 2025. But Britt, one of the trends is new apps. There's so many new apps coming out, social media apps, and so Threads is obviously one that most people have heard of if they're watching this show for sure. But Lemonade, like that's one that people haven't heard about, right? And it is like people when they keep hearing Lemonade, they're like this is not Lemonade. It is not a Beyonce album. It is not
Right.
like what is Lemonade?
It's my favorite new place to be. Okay, so mark my words, you heard it first on Create Live with CJ. I am striking territory on Lemonade before the crowd comes. And to be honest, I hope that the crowd doesn't get too rowdy over here. Lemonade is my interpretation of Lemonade is Pinterest meets TikTok and Instagram in one space. Lemonade is a safe space for the DIY content creators, for the people that are interested in self help and decor, fashion, OOTDs, get ready with me's, inspirational, content, and it's none of the noise. There's no Justin LeBoy. There's no shade room. There's no spiritual word. Excuse me. Sound like I'm from Baltimore.
Spiritual world or word?
Spiritual word.
Okay, okay.
On IG. Like there's no overuse of memes and gifs. And it really is a community that is, for the most part, like really authentic, really helpful, really supportive of each other. And I love it. I love it over there. I love
Is
it.
is it Pinterest for Gen X? Is that what this is? That's what this is?
Gen X, I don't foresee I a lot of the people that are on Lemonade have very high viewership on YouTube.
Hmm.
It looks like Lemonade is just another vehicle that they use to drive to their long form content.
Okay, okay. Kind of
Um,
like so when you say that, and I could be totally wrong in this, it feels Snapchat does that, right?
I used to. Oh, that was the third platform that I wasn't that I am fasting from because I love me some Snapchat.
Hmm.
Um, but I wouldn't say Snapchat still honestly like Snapchat has still managed to figure out its own lane without being overdone. Like the fact that the stories last for 24 hours and they disappear. Your thread can disappear with your people, like they still are top tier when it comes to the the
Why did I, that kid punch Shaq in the face? What?
right. Snapchat is still top tier when it comes to the filters, like Snapchat. I know Kylie Jenner tried to say it was dead back in the day, but nah, Snapchat is still alive and well. Okay.
Mhm.
Shout out to
You-
Baby Halo because that baby is all over Snapchat. DDG is all over Snapchat.
I never seen that baby before.
You never seen that baby before?
Oh, you know what? I have. I've seen that kid. I have
Baby is
definitely.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that baby. I'm talking about Halo.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but I seen that baby too. Anyway, I like Lemonade and it's new. So it's not like overcrowded. And people are remember back in the day, 2012. Let me paint the picture for you. The year is 2012. people are still posting their videos, their photos on Snapchat, I mean on Instagram with the vignette filter.
Mhm.
Okay, there's no use of hashtags. We ain't even putting captions under the pictures. We just throwing up random moments from college on the gram.
And what
And
year is this again?
it's 2000, it's 2012. It's 2000.
Oh yeah, I'm like I'm at this point. I hate social media. I think so. I think Facebook is the worst.
What?
I didn't want Instagram. At this point, I was like, why does someone care about what I'm eating for lunch? Oh yeah, I was that person.
There's a
If
story here. We got to stop. I'm putting on my host hat. I'm sorry. All right.
Mhm.
CJ, the person that you are now, you're telling me that in that 12 years ago, you weren't even trying to hear nothing about social media.
Oh no, yeah, yeah. Like you can ask side hustle, ask my brother side hustle, ask my sisters, ask my mom. I hated social media. Now there's this transition. So
Okay.
there was I on Black Planet? Yes. But was that
Black
social media?
Planet.
Was that social media? I don't know. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
if you were on Black Planet, were you also on Tagged?
Tag. Now
If
look,
you
so look, what's tag? Let me know.
if you know about Tagged and you watch it on whatever streamer, drop some heat in the chat. I need some
Hold
flame.
on. Let me. Is this still a thing?
Tagged.
The social network to meet people. Hold on. What's that?
Oh, they done switched the logo up. Yes,
Oh,
Tagged.
oh.
If you know, you know. And clearly, CJ was not in it at
Well,
that time.
hold on. It's Black Planet still there.
Black Planet. I was on Black Planet too.
There's no way around. Look, this ain't the Black Planet we know.
That
This
is
ain't. This looks objectified.
Black Planet.
So that don't look right. That's not the Black Planet. I know it's not. It's not dark enough. It's not
It's not
good
no
enough.
blinkies falling from the top of your web page.
No, but go back to answer your question, I was on Black Planet. I was on MySpace, right? I
Of
was on
course.
MySpace. Everybody had their
Did you
page.
have Tom in your top? You still had Tom?
Oh, what happened?
You had Tom in your top 8?
Time was in my top 8 for a while. Time was in my top 8. Now I love that. And I did that, and but once that went away, it was like I never went straight to Facebook. Now, granted, I did go straight to Twitter. I did go straight to Twitter, and I was like, oh, it was for celebrities at that point, right? It was just like celebrities, and you would just read little clips and music artists and things like that. And I was like, I'll just read it, but I would never post anything. I was like, why do I need a Facebook? Why do I need an Instagram? All like I didn't even start posting anything until 2016.
That is so interesting. So was the start or was the inspiration Ebony Fit Weekend or Ebony Fit Freaks for the OGs?
Oh yeah, so I didn't know anything about that because I wasn't online, right?
So what made the change? And then I also want to know, well, go ahead. What made the change? Like what
Mm. Hold on, let me put the topic in here. What got CJ on social media?
yeah,
Because
because
Brit
this
is
is a
taking
story
over.
that needs to be uncovered.
So what got me on social media? Okay, I started my fitness journey. So
Okay.
this is not you know going back to give you the brief history. Uh, my dad passed away from cancer years ago, struggled his last years of life with health things going on, and so that was the first trigger for me to just like, okay, let me go try to eat better. And I watched this documentary, Food Inc.
Of
You
course.
know,
Food
everybody
Inc.
watch
is
that.
this for everybody.
hmm
What the hell?
I started going to Whole Foods, started doing almond milk, and I haven't bought dairy since. Um, and so that was the first start. About a year or two later, I said, well, let me just start going to the gym. Let me just start. I didn't know where I was going. I was like, I'm just gonna start working out. I was going to LA Fitness. I went to LA Fitness one day, and it was the first day I went there. Got on the Stairmaster. I said, let me just download this Instagram thing and post it on it. That's literally how I could not tell you there was not a person next to me. There was not nobody with me or nothing like that. I just said, I just download Instagram and post something on here. Now my friends, everybody else is talking about Instagram. Everybody else is doing stuff. Let me just post this on. And I did it again the next time I worked out. And I did it again. And
Can I scroll through your page right now? Like, are you the type of person that deletes your old or archives your old posts?
you can go back 3,600 posts if you want, but that's to give you an answer. I really don't delete anything. I probably have deleted maybe about 100 or so of those posts, particularly because I just didn't like the way they came out edit wise. But you could probably go back in there and find my very first post on Instagram.
Because I have all of my, and it's my intention to keep all of my original posts on the internet just for the sake of authenticity, so you can see the journey, the progress, the progression, the regression, the pauses, the restarts.
Now, the easiest way for to find an Instagram post, and this is a hack. This is an Instagram hack, so you guys can write this down. This is an Instagram hack. So if you want to get your first post, like me, I posted 3,000 times. Some people 4,000, more than that. It's easy for you to go into your settings and go to your activity, right? You can go into the activity of showing your posts. You can go into your posts, and you're gonna change the filter to show not from oldest to newest. Like you want it to be the oldest post, it'd be at the top, and it will do all that. Now, granted, it might crash, it might take a while, but it will do it. You have to tap your profile, click the three dots at the top right, select activity, select post, and then change the order from to oldest to newest.
Oh wow! Look at that. That's oldest to newest. Who would have thought? Okay, wow. So I'm gonna tell you what my first Instagram post is. I'm gonna show y'all.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna show you the whole grid because it's so 2012, 2011. It is. So
by the way, not even to interrupt you, but look, shout out to Rosie. She says, love your format. She loves the format.
Yes.
One thing about it, when I go live, Britt, this is so true. I gotta take a moment. I gotta shout out Rosie. I gotta shout out Kay. Literally, there's like 5-10 people who have been jumping on this live. I haven't even done this for 2 months, and here they are, the same people. Yeah, it's been 2 months since I came on.
I didn't realize since the time I stepped off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to CJ's Village. Okay, show me. Let me see it. Cause
well, you want me to see my first post? Oh, you look. Oh, I thought
my first post on Instagram was April 3rd, 2012, and the caption says, "About to feed the moment, nom nom." No hashtags, no likes. It is a photo of the Moe's.
So you might have to tilt it because that darkness. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
How about this? You screenshot it and send it to me, and I'll put it.
There we go. I'm a screenshot you the whole grid because what the hell? But it just shows. It just really shows. I mean, and also another thing I'd like to say, because some people that I'm in pictures with on these very early Instagram pictures, and they're nobody of like major significance. But back then you just snapped and posted. We came from the era of because you weren't on Facebook like that. I came of the era of Facebook where you would get your digital camera and download 182 pictures to an album entitled Random Night.
Brett. I don't have hair in this picture. I don't have hair. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, screenshot it and drop it. We need to see it. The people need to see it.
Yeah, I will. And that, by the way, I got 2 likes on that picture. One of them is mine.
2. You got 2. You got more than me.
Yeah.
That's the first post. That's the grid.
Honestly, that could be this could be a post in itself. Like you were talking about creative content, you can make a post showing people your first post on Instagram.
I literally was posting pictures of my notes in environmental bio lab talking about a board. What? Who is that man? I don't even recognize him.
Hold on. Let me screenshot. Wow, hold on. Rosie says I'll be 64 tomorrow. I think my SAG says Coke
Happy
shenanigans.
early birthday, beauty. Yes, 64 where? Okay. Yes,
Happy
ma'am,
birthday,
Rosie.
Rosie. Yes. 64 tomorrow. Thank God. I think you know this person in the chat. Go ahead. Who is that, Brett?
Hey, Keem. That's my bestie. Go, best friend. That's my best friend. Uh, you better, best friend, won't you? Throw it in a circle. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Oh
No,
my
Kima
God.
and I were just talking about this too. As you see, her username is K Hodge Creative. She is also a master creative. I love bragging on my friends. That's like one of my favorite pastimes. And recently we were talking about like repurposing old content, um,
Mm-hmm.
more so in the mindset of things that live on your phone that haven't seen the public eye, but
Mm-hmm.
are no longer relevant to today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that has been a blocker of mine, a personal blocker with when it comes to IG, like representation on Instagram in comparison to other apps, right?
Wait a second. So this is it's a the comparison to other apps compared to Instagram.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
So I would think that in the wide world of social media apps, what app would you say is king?
You said which one is king right now?
I
App.
mean, which app has had the longest?
I mean, I would have to say Facebook because it's not really an app, but you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, but Meta is now IG. So,
Yeah, just say Facebook. Meta.
well, okay. So I would say because I also have a different relationship with Facebook. I would say
Mhm.
Instagram, but lately in the world of influencer gram,
Mm.
everything is so aesthetic geared. Like everything is an aesthetic. Oh, is it a you know, a stay-at-home mom aesthetic? Is it a city girl aesthetic? Is it they even trying to make Christianity and spirituality an aesthetic? A digestible lifestyle. And I just think that that app in particular has removed itself so much from real life and authenticity. Yeah, that is my first post. I used to kill modes. I was standing in line. I snapped a picture, put a filter on it, and posted it. Not a care in the world. You should put up the first grid. Literally, this shows me I used to work at a gym. I was catching towels. I love Whitney Houston, a Philly staple, tasty cake, margaritas. Wh- Why did I post my shorts? I remember those shorts. I thrifted those shorts. I
Wait a
wanted to
second. You were drinking Bud Light?
absolutely. I went to Georgia Southern. I went to the real GSU.
Okay.
That's the story for another day.
That pizza looks gross, by the way.
It was really good.
Who was that? Who was that in that picture with you? Your boo?
So okay, so that's what I was about to say. Like people that ended up on my Instagram weren't anybody special. It was just we had happy hour snap. That's
Oh yeah, you. So you were literally. That's how you know it was raw and just like, hey, okay, cool. I'm at the bar. Let's have a good time. Boom. That's it. It wasn't even no pressure behind it. You know what I mean?
it wasn't no pressure. It was nothing. It was free and carefree and just as much of myself as my authentic self as possible. And I miss that. I feel like that is somewhat still reserved on TikTok. It's still kind of new. We saw TikTok explode in 2020. It's been around since 19 maybe. I know that there's like aesthetic talk too, but for the large majority, and then Twitter, we don't get a chance to see your face. All we see is Twitter fingers. So there's also a level of authenticity there. And then on Facebook, for me, Facebook is proof of life content. Facebook is all my auntie and them. So Instagram, you have to show up. You use Instagram for your business. You have to present. You have to present the representation, the grid. I, I'm as I near. at the end of 2024, I don't want to keep up with the influencer Joneses of that app.
Mm.
When and if and when I return fully, and I know I was on the app this weekend for my friend's wedding.
Hold on. Say that again.
If
Or
and
give me
when,
the full stage.
what did I say? Oh gosh, what did I say?
Are you admitting to being on the app and
Oh,
then you're going into that?
okay. Well, I was on a hiatus that started October 15th. I hopped back on the app this weekend to just dump the beautiful content, the beautiful photos from my close friend's dream wedding. And in this time that I've been away from the app, I'm realizing that if and when I return like full time, I'm no longer subscribing to aesthetic gram. Like I just want to be my most authentic self in all spaces, because for me, it's just too much attached to trying to represent and present as what's acceptable for online. I know that everybody's obsessed with the brand, but if that's my brand, I want my brand to be authentic.
Can I challenge you on that?
Okay. Oh, I'm nervous because when CJ gives a challenge.
So I'm going to challenge you on that because the easy thing to do is to do what you're saying, and that is to leave it alone. The challenge is to do it anyway.
I see what you're doing there.
Do it the way you want to do it, and don't give a damn about anything else.
Yeah, facts.
Why would you? First of all, I know you. Let me get into this. I know you. You do not conform. You stand up. You.
Not you froze. Wait a minute. CJ, are you here?
Uh-oh. So
Okay, I see you now.
yeah, no, I think we had a little blip. But it's like what it is, whatever it is, that's what you do. And you're gonna, hey, this is what it is, and you don't like it too damn bad. So that's what you should be doing with your page. I don't care what 99% of the people are doing. They're not doing what I do.
They're not nobody's really doing that, CJ.
But you see what I'm saying? Like they're being themselves, they're creating, and then do not ask for permission. If you want to keep things the way they used to be, if you want to call it that, or if you want to say raw and authentic without the aesthetics and not thinking about the what everybody else is doing, just do it.
Do it anyway. Yes, Rosie.
You're gonna do it anyway on these other apps.
Because I'm doing it on the other apps. Back to Lemonade. Y'all better have you heard of Lemonade?
Hold on. Before we go back to Lemonade, because just so the people were asking about my first post, right? And we're gonna go right back to Lemonade.
Yeah,
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
I don't think you're ready.
I want to see it.
My very first post on Instagram, you scroll all the way to the bottom. This is what you're gonna see.
Oh wow. Look, finish the 5K while having the flu. Look at all those hashtags.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. First of all, I'm about 40 pounds less. First of all, that's like 40 pounds. Like I was probably like 160 pounds.
Okay, wait, CJ, what year was this? You said 16?
Yeah.
Wow, look, you had no locks.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to say that above all things, you have remained true to the intention in the page from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Fitness, get fit with CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Black fitness. I'm looking. It says Black
Hashtag,
fitness,
right?
Ebony fitness, Ebony fit freaks. Okay. Do your fans does your community know about the original, the OG?
No, they probably don't. Because first of all, it wasn't even fit with CJ. That's a whole nother thing. Played with
What
CJ was not the first name of this Instagram page.
what was the first name? Because I got the first name of mine too. I only had 2 names.
So the name of the Instagram page was CJ Slay. What? Wait a second. Why are you laughing? What is wrong with CJ Slay?
Oh, I thought you said CJ Slick. Okay.
Mm-mm.
CJ Slay. That sounds very much like a beginner's Instagram uh name. Mine was beginners too. Mine was Hey Girl Hey with 2 Y's.
Here's another picture, just because.
Oh, you play
This,
softball? You play baseball?
so around that time, I was pushing every year in the summer with my coworkers at our job an adult softball league.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I was always the manager, and so on Saturdays we would go to Piedmont Park, and we would just hang out. So we would play 1 or 2 softball games against whoever they scheduled us, and then we would barbecue and stuff right there in the field every
I
Saturday.
never got a chance to do I was in intramural sports in college. I played softball and then I did kickball, but I never got a chance to do like an adult league, and I still want to do that. But
Mhm.
like, but still, even though you weren't fit with CJ, you was CJ Slay. You was slaying the fitness from the beginning.
That's exactly what I wasn't thinking. I
And
was I was not thinking that. I was so is the whole CJ Slay thing came from high school days. It went into the first year to a college, and then it became my gamer hashtag because I've always been a big video
oh yeah,
gamer.
you did say that.
So this that it just kind of always stayed there. So but and so by the way, the thing I always describe as my first picture on Instagram, that's probably archived because it was like
Mhm.
because that was not I know for sure 100% that wasn't my first picture. That is just the one that is on Instagram now. The first one was a picture of me and LA Fitness. I just have to. I'm sure it's in my Google photos or
This
something.
little trick that you gave here is very interesting because I'm cracking up looking at the nonsense that I used to post.
You think I should post that one? Huh? I should give people that tip so them to go back in memory lane.
Yeah, that's actually so funny. So wait, you can actually also look at all of the comments you left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's now let me see. All
Yeah.
this is ooh.
So listen, I'm gonna have to make that whole reel of like how to go back and find old comments, old stories, old posts. Because over the last how many years you've been on social media, there's been some stuff and stuff you didn't realize is still out there.
That's why I have multiple Twitter accounts. I have deleted. I, I wanted to. This is what I wanted to say to you about Twitter before X.
Mm-hmm.
You said you got on Twitter and you were, too tapped in with the celebrities. I do remember the celeb. I was there. I know you were there too when Rihanna used to pop off on the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could get it. But for me, Twitter popped off in college and it was a college thing. Like we had local hashtags. I remember this guy got shot and the hashtag was who shot Tim.
Wow.
That was like, trending among the people within within that radius.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter for us was I'm gonna drop another social media platform on here. See if you was down.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter for us came right after the Juicy Campus era.
Juicy Campus era.
No, Juicy Campus. Does that ring a bell? Juicy Campus. Juicy Campus was salacious AF, and people would get on Juicy Campus and make different threads like Reddit about what was happening, like the tea on campus. Some of the stuff was real, some of it was false, but you had to read between the lines. Juicy
Mm-hmm.
Campus got shut down for like cyberbullying, like very first iteration of cyberbullying, and then Twitter came to play soon after that. It wasn't until like at least a year later that I realized that Twitter was going to be as big as it was because I thought that Black Twitter was just the Black people at Georgia Southern.
Mm-hmm. That was what it was. That's it.
For me, it was, and Black Twitter at Georgia Southern was lit. What a time. So I don't need to know that these comments still exist in those long since abandoned and disabled Twitter accounts from way back then. I don't want to know because Facebook already does a good job of embarrassing me.
Before we even get into a couple of things that I definitely want to touch on in the second half of this conversation, I want to know when it comes to social media, who is the most famous person that follows you?
That follows me on social media?
Mm-hmm. Or has, and they might not now, but at least at some point, who's the most famous person that's followed you?
The most famous person that follows me. I wonder if Michelle Williams follows me. I've met her numerous times. I was in a promotional ad for her, and she recognized me. We go to the same church.
This may be a trick question for me because if I was to answer this, I know for sure at one point, this one sounds crazy. I was so excited when Dwight Howard followed me.
Oh, really?
When Dwight Howard, I think he was playing with the Magic back then, or what was it? I forget what team it was. But it was like when he was really, really good. Like at his prime NBA career, and he followed me on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter. Oh, actually, here's a throwback. She don't follow me no more. But fun fact, I was on to Issa Rae well before the crowd. I was the awkward Black girl. I had my own misadventures. I thought sis was talking about me. She followed me back on Facebook. We were Facebook friends. She was still in the Sanford, I think that's her alma mater, the Sanford, University Network. And I stumbled across her show on Facebook in like 2010 or 11. I think it was like Those Guys. She had other shows under her, creative YouTube channel. And she followed me back on Facebook because she had a community of, supporters back then. People like the Atlanta celebrity circuit, like I think Young Jock still follows me, or maybe he did follow me one time. I used to see him often on the carpets back when I was in the media. B. Simone used to follow me. I also interacted with her.
So technically, they still could be following you.
Yeah, I don't know. How do I check? Let me go to my followers.
You would have to go to your Twitter followers and search for it.
Yeah, I don't know who still follows me.
It's tricky because I know sometimes with that we're not even so much into it where they'd be like we'll track it. Like if I see a famous person that follows or likes something on my page, I'm not gonna keep going back and checking like
yeah, right. I'm not keeping up with something like that, but I guess those would be the people. Monica Kaufman, I don't know if you're not from Atlanta, if you're not old Atlanta, then that's not a big deal. But the queen herself.
I do.
You know who Monica Kaufman is? Monica Pearson?
I believe I do, but I'm having a brain freeze.
Old Atlanta, stand up. Monica Pearson or Monica Kaufman, WSB TV, ABC Channel 2 with the blonde platinum hair, black.
Yeah. I think
Lynn Burns, Karen Minton, Fred Blankenship, Justin Farmer.
You told me you met her before. You told me this recently.
I met her this year, and she was like so humble. Back in my early Black culture aficionado days, I used to do these Black history challenges that I would curate on Instagram, and I would like acknowledge and honor people, correlated to a day. And one day I made a post about Monica Kaufman. For those that don't know, Monica Kaufman is the seed to everything that I want to be, all of my dreams, the things that I've done to this day. I used to sit in front of the television at 6 years old, and I used to mimic Monica Kaufman reporting live on the news. I knew that I wanted to do broadcast media. I wanted at the time
because of her.
Yes, because she was a dark-skinned woman who had the nerve and the gusto and the balls to change her hair up every week on local Atlanta television and go toe to toe and report and show like authenticity. Like she cried on the air. You know, I could see when she would be like perturbed and upset. I could see when she was passionate. And I just from the age of 6 until now, I've just loved everything. She's since went to teach at the School of Grady at UGA. She's 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 like NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists royalty. She's everything. And I met her through her wine event earlier this year. We did a charcuterie and wine event for her sorority. I met her husband first. She was so kind, but she knew who I was because of the Instagram post that I made in like 2016 or 17. Because I tagged her, she saw it, she liked it, she commented, and then she sent me a direct message.
So yeah, that's when you have somebody you look up to like that and they follow you, or even if it's engaged, that gotta make you feel really good. You know, if I think about it, I probably have to look on my Twitter account. You probably be like, how did you forget this? But I believe during the campaign for Barack Obama, when he was going for president, I'm pretty sure his page followed me on Twitter.
Man,
I'm pretty
sure. You can't forget something like that. That's historic.
I know. I'm pretty sure. I gotta go into that account though, because I created multiple accounts since then. But I'm pretty sure he follows CJ Slay.
Yeah, that's
CJ Slay. He followed.
I don't think. Oh, Lamar Campbell follows me. That's a gospel singer. You got to be in the churchy world to know who that is. On Twitter.
Who would you want to follow you on social media?
Who would I want to follow?
That's famous or influential. Pick one. And you can't say Beyonce.
Because Beyonce don't follow nobody. I would want Issa Rae need to follow me back because I need to fulfill the prophecy. I need to have a conversation with my girl.
Okay.
I said this, and I'm gonna send you the clip. I'm gonna send you this video clip on my very first podcast. I put that in the atmosphere. Issa Rae is the inspiration for me taking the leap to do Discussion Party ATL.
Oh yeah, we need that clip because what we're gonna do is we're gonna add that clip. We're gonna put it with this, and we're gonna tag her, and we're
gonna tag her again because it was tagged in 2017.
Oh yeah, we're gonna tag her, and everybody watching this gonna tag her, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this thing.
Yeah, I wanna sit down with Issa Rae. I also would love it if Money Long could follow me back. I don't think she followed me, but she used to respond back to me on Twitter when she was Priscilla Renee.
Okay. For me, it's kind of tough because it's a broad question, right? Because you ask me today, it might be a different answer tomorrow. But I would say if we could pick one person, it would probably be Shaun T.
Shaun T.
Because that's the real reason I'm even probably this heavily into fitness.
Wow, that was your inspiration.
And I told him this in person before, though.
Didn't you just recently see him or meet him?
No, it's when I did the Insanity workout with him live at a Beachbody event. This is probably in 2018 or so, 2018, 2019. Did a workout with Shaun T, and I told him, yo, you inspired everybody, you're the reason I did this, And so I know because he was doing an event, he couldn't capture it all. But to get him on like this show one day, like it happens one day, and be able to tell him like, yo, me and Marquise, Side Hustle, we literally, if you go on my YouTube channel, one of my first YouTube videos is us doing an Insanity workout.
I remember those Insanity days. That was what, 2011, 2012 too?
Mm-hmm.
Man, because I remember actually on that grid that you posted of my Instagram, that picture of the Dairy Queen sign was after my second day of attempting Insanity, because I was like, I'm going to get a blizzard. I think that may have been in the comment. I'm not for certain.
Hold on. I'm gonna just show you. Like if you go all the way.
I just sent you the Issa Rae clip from my very first show. Coco, and guess what? And guess who I interviewed? None other than Coco Chanel, the Mademoiselle.
Oh yeah, I need to see. I need to see that.
I sent you another clip, and I also interviewed Ish, my
Look at
co-host.
this. 14 years ago.
What? Oh
14 years ago.
wait, CJ. Oh, you had the straight backs. You gotta
This
play.
is so. First of all, I had braids. I cut them that off, and then I brought them back. This is literally in 2010. That lets you know.
Can you play it?
This is CJ before all of the extra like everything, right? And so look, this is me bringing out. And so funny when I did this. This is literally one block away from where I am right now.
Oh wow!
I live in the same neighborhood.
No, was that Sweat?
Yeah, that was Sweat from the workout.
Wow.
And I was taking up. This is you see, look, protein on the counter.
Look at the views. Look at the views.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Did these Channelytics go up over time, or was that like were you viral off of this back then?
So this right here is the channel views total.
Oh, okay, got you. And that's
the video views.
Oh, those are your views. Okay.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah. And then you see, like literally, if you go all the way to the bottom, like I said, this is how much this is before even I downloaded YouTube. I mean, Facebook or Instagram or anything.
Go to my YouTube and see my first video.
Oh, this is the one where you guys say, I'm gonna go to yours in a second. But you see, where is it?
Actually, I'm going to send you a link to it.
Look,
I even had an 8 days of Christmas vlog. What? Oh my gosh. Not you making me look at CJ.
That's side hustle.
Oh, that's side hustle.
Yeah, that's side hustle. And then
send this to him. How can I send something? Oh, I'm sending this.
That's me. That's me right here.
I'm sending the link in the private chat.
Okay, private chat. Yeah.
So there.
Wow.
That was only 4 years ago. So see, I joined the YouTube.
You can hear the voice. You can hear it.
I can't hear it. No, I can't. Because you got it on mute.
What? No.
It's on mute. Oh, look at my lots.
You hear it now?
Nope. I missed that link.
It's so crazy because I hear it.
Oh my gosh. See, I was killing the culture report. This was before Nightmare Radio, actually.
I wish I could get the sound to work.
I think this was pandemic times. I don't even know. 17 little views. Bless it. I want to go back to that hair though, and that skin. That was cute. Okay.
Let's go back to this one. Oh yeah. See, so speaking of this is where we're gonna get into the second part real quick because I know we're gonna be done in about 10 minutes. But talk about your right here. This is where I want to talk about the media personality. Reporting. You having a microphone. You being out here in the streets before all these current day wannabe reporters. And when I say wannabe, no shade. But just because you have a microphone, hold on, let me give them for. Just because y'all got a microphone in your hand and you're interviewing somebody, asking them questions, does not make you a journalist. Does not mean that you're, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can ask questions. Did you do your research? You even know who you're talking to. Like, you don't even know their credentials.
Ooh.
Come on now. Talking about, oh yeah, I want a picture with you. What? You don't even know what they do. You're not no real reporters out here. Britt been doing this. So go ahead, Britt. Tell us about this.
Okay. Really, I would have to send you the clips from 2006 and 2005, 2005, because that's where it started. So we're talking 20 years.
Mm,
I was those that know back in the 701 days in high school, I was the entertainment host and the news anchor for Jag 8 TV and Jag 8 News, which was the closed circuit broadcast, program at my high school. And I also was the morning and afternoon announcements voice too for my high school.
mhm,
So um, in DeKalb County, we had like pathways, and you could choose your pathway, which was like a major in the public school. You could do like business track, or I think now they have like healthcare. I chose like broadcast journalism. All of this was the dream actualized from the Monica Kaufman days.
mm,
So in high school, I was interviewing teachers and students and parents and local business owners right here, well, right over there in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And then I went to college. I went to Georgia Southern. I majored in, um, oh, shout out to Moorish Medicine. I used to love them. I majored in broadcast journalism, and I had a few radio shows on the 93.1 The Buzz radio station. I produced like 5 or 6 of them that I wasn't on. Um, yeah, so at that time I was interviewing again students, professors, and local people like between Statesboro, Macon, and Savannah, Georgia. Business owners, community leaders. I remember interviewing the president of the NAACP at the time. Um, and I got a chance to like sit down with Dick Gregory and Amanda Davis, because also like this Black culture aficionado, like the infatuation I have with our culture and storytelling, that's nothing new. I've been obsessed with doing that since the beginning as well. So really, I've been doing all of that for such a long time, but it wasn't until after I got pregnant with my daughter. Actually, no, that's a lie. After college, I came back to Atlanta. I interned with Coriel Dubose Mallard. She was the founder and the creator of the Single Wives Club. We had a TV show, a pre-podcast, if you will, back then.
mm.
I was one of the correspondents on that
Before I was even known as podcast.
before it was known as podcast. Although Corey, I hope you're watching this. Cole, I'm here to set the record straight. My girl Coriel was a podcast queen back in the day before podcasting was a thing. So she was podcasting at that time too. Um, but yeah, so I have always been doing this. I took a brief pause in 2015 until like the end of 2016. I got pregnant that year. And in 2016, I started with my friends Taylor and Jasmine. Could have done it without them. We started Discussion Party ATL because we wanted to. There was so much commentary surrounding Issa Rae's new show Insecure, and so we decided to Nightmare Radio Show.
So you see where I was going with it. You see where I was going with it.
Get off of there.
Hey, we going back. What you talking about, Britt? What you
Shout
talking
out to
about?
shout out to okay, so let me tell y'all. There's so many stories in one. Shout out to the thumbnails. I was in my bag on the thumbnails. You see the old StreamYard days. Isha's
Mm-hmm.
sons play flag football, and so she figured that the flag football videos would get our views up.
Mm. She was thinking this, yeah, and guess what? They did get high views. 800, 500, 600. That's crazy.
Exactly. And then our views are looking boo boo. Um, yeah, we dabbled in it all. So before it was Nightmare Radio, it was Nightmare Projects. Me and Ish were grinding it out. We teamed up in Atlanta with the Atlanta publicist. She worked with artists, actors, business owners, etc. She would have access to all of the hot events. I'm talking about all of them. And she had first been working with Ish, who was self-taught and interested in just all things business and entrepreneurship. Ish wasn't comfortable in front of the camera. I think she tried to get one of her friends from college to go on a job with her on a gig, and that girl flopped. So the next time, Manisha, shout out to the Holiday Firm, founder of the publicist. The next time Manisha called Ish to do something, Ish called me because I had interviewed Ish for my first podcast, the Happy Hour podcast show, which is what I just texted you. You cannot find the Happy Hour podcast show on YouTube. I'll tell you that for another reason at another time. Um, and so Ish called me up. She is my best friend's cousin. She was like, I got this gig. We did Shoebox Dope, hosted by Sue Solo in the city.
Sue
Uh,
Solo, that's my friend.
yeah, that's the Issa Rae video. That's on the set of my first podcast, Happy Hour podcast show. And I'm
Oh yeah,
calling out, telling her,
and
yeah,
I see Coco Chanel Jones.
Coco Chanel, the Mademoiselle, that's my girl. Because ever since the very beginning, my intention was to build a platform and network across with other. I mean, I know such amazing people that are all so talented. So why not? Yeah, Coco, one of my best friends on my first episode because she was so dope, and I was just so excited about all of what she was doing. And look at her now. That's my girl.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm about to send her a screenshot right now, and with the eyeballs, I'm just sending her a screenshot. but
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's always been in me. I was on these carpets very early. I didn't sat down with B Simone, Pretty V, Young Jock, all the cast of all the Love and Hip Hop shows, Real Housewives of Atlanta.
where's our boy Jerry?
You know Jerry?
Yeah, through y'all.
Oh, Jerry. Shout out to Jerry King from college, Georgia Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah.
guy. Love Jerry.
Let's see. We got some guests on here. Listen, y'all had them. Y'all will pull it out. No, but the thing is, where's the episode? You know, there's one episode I'm looking for.
Oh, your episode. I don't know if you were on season 2.
Well, wait a second. What you about to say? I don't know if your episode made the cut. Is that what you were about to say?
Well, so we didn't start. You remember the studio
I
that we
know,
were
I
in?
know.
We didn't
I'm just
start posting on YouTube until, well, you can see our first couple episodes. Those are hidden. Shameful.
I'm laughing. I am laughing because when I sent this to Cole, she instantly replied with the eyeballs. This is I was fly AF. Where did you get this?
Tell her, yes, you were fly, friend. You was fly. You certainly had the shades. Coco, you always been fly. Absolutely. I gotta look at this for myself. That's my girl, hey, Issa. What up, Issa? Let me just take this moment. If this ever I could drop a couple bars in the mirror. Right here, Issa. I cannot find you since 2011. Listen to the audio, okay? It was the mic that was on my Canon,
Mm-mm.
my Canon TS6 Rebel.
So listen, I know we got like 5 minutes left. So here's the deal. So because we talked about a couple of things with social media, obviously the trending apps. We talked about Instagram posts, the aesthetics of it all, and why you're taking a social media detox. We talked about your history in the media game. We talked about Nightmare Radio, but we want to know. The people want to know what the hell is next.
Everybody wants to know.
And part of it, by the way, just so you guys know, everyone who's watching, I'm recording this. This is live and all this stuff. But part of this is so I can then bring this back to Britt's face and be like, "You said it on the live. You committed to it on the live."
I committed to it. Oh, well, I'll let you guys know. CJ knows all this stuff already. Oh, he put me on the big screen. New podcast in the works coming soon. Podcast number 3. I think this is just going to be a Brittany solo thing. Without giving too much, it is directly related to Black culture and uplifting and storytelling, and providing a safe space for conversations about the culture. It'll be myself, and I will bring guests on the show as appropriate. In the meantime, I am excited for the race 2025. This will be another year as the official host for the race. Stay locked for February 2025, Black History Month, and some content coming regarding the race and Black History Month and the Black Culture Aficionado. And I am available for hire. Book me to host your upcoming event, panel discussion. Um, I do it all. MC, hostess with the mostest, hype host, 5Ks to inspirational events to cultural, platforms. Holla at me, okay? Just get at me. And also, you can create an account on Lemonade. You can log on and follow me over there and keep up with all of my authentic content and my journey. And also on TikTok, and you can also follow me on Instagram, and we'll see. I already said earlier I'm coming back, but
So she's committing to be on Lemonade. She's committing to the podcast. She's committing to YouTube. And so,
did I say YouTube?
yeah, I just signed you up for it.
Oh.
This is not going to be a show that's not on YouTube. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, I will pod on RSS and YouTube. That's for the podcasters,
Yeah, because more people are listening to podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah.
They just like I'll be honest. I'm one of those people. Am I weird for not listening to podcasts on my what do you call it? The Apple Store, going to the Apple
podcast app or Spotify.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I see. That's what I would also just like to say. In addition to being an authentic podcaster that does it on all the platforms, I'm a journalist. I'm trained and published.
When we were doing the Rev Up Fitness podcast, I had to set that up. I forget the app that we were using to push it out to all of the streaming apps like Spotify and Google.
Was it Audible? I can't even remember what.
There's a couple of them. There's a number of them that do it. But it sends. Yeah, they send out the audio feeds for your podcast to all the different, like I said, Google Podcasts, and Apple, and all these different ones. And then I will go on those apps to make sure the podcast is playable. Make sure if you Google Rev Fitness Podcast, you find it. But I just don't listen to it. I'd rather just go on YouTube, search it, and watch it. I'd rather watch them talk.
Post-pandemic, I have opted for visual podcasts. Although before the pandemic, back when podcasts were still kind of like, creeping into the space and the podcast bros weren't taking over the airwaves, I was listening on Apple Podcasts because I would listen on my commutes. I'm trying to get back more into doing that. Like I sometimes listen to my pastor's sermons on Apple Podcasts.
Why I don't sound like so oblivious, but what was the device you were listening to? The Apple, not the MP3 player. What was after MP3 player?
The iPod?
iPod, yes, iPod. So you had an iPod?
I did, but I wasn't podcasting that early.
Okay.
That was like in 2000. I remember learning, like as a trained journalist, I remember learning about podcasts in school, like in the text. And I remember listening for research and school purposes on my iPod Nano.
Yeah.
The kids today will never know.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Millennials.
Pokemon? That's what I say. It's a Pokemon.
There was no screen on the Nano. You just had to listen and click.
And you were happy with it. And how much you paid for that thing?
I don't know. It was probably. I think my dad got it for me for Christmas.
How much you think it costs right now?
It's probably up there, but back then it's probably like $139, which probably was a lot.
I know, right? You get what, $10 on Amazon? That's crazy.
I'm offended.
$16. Get you a Nano.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, time be changing, boy.
I mean, literally, think about it. It probably how much it's only had like 64 gigs of space. Right now, there's
64
nothing.
gigs. And we thought that 300 songs was so much.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mm-hmm.
300 songs on my iPad. I mean, on my iPod. I can't even say what it was.
So this is just so you guys know, this is like one of those podcasts. I was even call it a podcast. This is one of those shows where me and Britt said we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it happen just to build momentum. So whether you're watching this now live or replay, let this be a little bit of motivation for you to just get started. You don't even have to have everything mapped out. Because you know what I like to do the show, I like to have all these graphics and pictures and all this stuff and do it all up. So I'm already planning for the next time she come on. I gotta really have it already. But we just gotta get started sometimes. Get that mojo, get that first day back at the gym. You know what I'm saying?
That first day. That's a really great way to look at it because everybody knows what that first day back in the gym is like. That'll be me
Yeah,
tomorrow.
first day back in the gym. Talking about January 1st, January 1st. No, we started on December 2nd. By the time January 1st come, we already got a momentum back. We got the mojo back.
I had a moment. I have kept it hasn't been consistent for long, but I've been momentous this year. I'm coming off of an injury in November.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had that shot situation in my foot.
Which is brutal.
But I'm back and I'm ready to do it. So anyway, yeah, so we can wrap it and you guys, CJ has talked me into making this a public accountability cry. So I'll catch y'all in the new year. Oh snap. And see, this was 8 months ago. Ooh, I was larger here for sure.
So look, this is the whole thing. We'll come back and we'll talk one day about all this. We'll talk about this whole journey because look, this person right here ain't the person you see on the screen below me. That ain't the same person. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole transformation happening. You feel me?
And I'm not even in my final form.
Final form is still to come.
Look at that long, heavy ass ponytail.
Don't that inspire you?
Snip, snip.
That gotta inspire you. That gotta inspire you.
Yeah.
You gotta inspire yourself.
You know what? I'm going to inspire myself. I'm going to go back and look at some of my best pieces, interviewing uh, the girl who wrote, oh Lord, this sucks. Waiting to Exhale. What's her name?
Alexa, who wrote Waiting to Exhale?
Terry McMillan, interviewing Terry McMillan, interviewing B. Simone the day after I went to jail. That's a story. Interviewing all of these
When I
people.
don't know the answer to something, I just ask Alexa.
Right. Interviewing, Pretty V and Angela Davis in college, and Dick Gregory. I did all that.
Wow. Come on now. Dick Gregory?
Yeah.
Where's this interview at?
Who knows? But I got the photo. I got the photo to prove it.
That's epic as hell.
That is epic. Look
But
at
see,
this.
we got. I brought that up just so we got content. We got content, so we got a lot more to talk about with Britt. Britt, okay, so you good with freestyles because we'll be going the way out. Can you give us a freestyle?
Freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle.
You put me on the spot. Okay.
I'm just saying you were gonna give me one on the way in. You gotta get one on the way out.
I need a. Okay, no shade. We listen, we don't judge. I heard that's the new thing trending on Instagram.
Yeah, that's a whole new trend. That's a whole
We
new
listen,
trend.
we don't judge. I need a Drake inspired freestyle beat. We listen, we don't judge.
Drake inspired.
Yes.
It can't be the intro. Hold on, let me find something Drake. I don't even know if I can do that.
I gotta really feel it. And I also want to give a shout out to my Eagles. 10-2, #1 NFC East.
Before I can even try that, tell me if you can hear the sound. If you can't hear the sound, it's not gonna work.
Nope. Look at the freeze frame. Oh my God, take it down. Take it down. Let's try to get it off the screen. Plus,
They're talking about inspiration. Inspiration. She motivated herself. I mean, look at the transformation.
I'm going to the gym tomorrow.
He's like, as soon as this live is over.
I might need to do some squat. Look, I got my work. I am literally in my. Let me go grab that donut.
You don't like this?
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I can start it from the top.
You could have kept it right there. Oh my gosh, I kept it. Yeah. It's so funny. Okay, all right, let's see. Late live with DJ, we up and in the lab. Getting Kristen Hill and I'm doing it so bad. Doing it so bad and I really mean it's good because you know I keep the hood, you know, roll up, do the wood and I do it. Every day I do it. On Twitter, on Instagram, yeah, I do it. On a hiatus, but I'm coming back to do it. Showing up and proving it. 2025 is the movie. I don't know what to say next. I'm going up like, I don't know.
25, we up. Peace.